How to elevate your life, part 1. Merlene from 3 years ago would not even recognize me right now. The experiences that I've had these past few years, just from elevating my life, elevating my circles, elevating my diet, elevating my hobbies, elevating the people around me, like crazy amazing experiences, and I want that for you as well. So let's talk about it. This is how you elevate your life. First of all, a little backstory. I moved to Miami about 4 years ago. I was in a relationship when I had just gotten here, and that relationship was cool, but it was nearing its end for me because we were long distance, and whenever we would speak in the morning, it would be a whole lot of negative energy that was being brought upon me because he was not in the place that he wanted to be in life, and he just was hopeless about it. That was all I was hearing every single day for like 3 months. It was just negativity, 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 the opposite of a growth mindset. And I knew that that's not something that I wanted. I'm an extremely optimistic person, and I just knew that I couldn't stay around that because it was dragging me down. So I had to end it. At that point, I was waking up at like noon, 11 o'clock every day, didn't have a routine, didn't have a schedule, didn't have a job. I didn't have anything that I was doing with my life. Like, it was just having fun, but with no purpose or direction. And I decided to make a change. A guy that I was dating, actually, that I went on a few dates with, it was my birthday, and he was like, what do you want for your birthday? And I was like, I want a gym membership. I got a gym membership in October of 2021, and I just used that as a propellant for my life. Like, I started to go on solo dates, I started to visualize, I started to go and find people that I wanted to be more like, and all of that I'm going to talk to you about in this video on how to elevate yourself. So that's a little backstory, let's get into it. So the first thing that I did to elevate my life was I removed people from my life who were dragging my life down. I removed people from my life who just had a whole lot of negativity, who had a poverty mindset, who had a lack mindset, who didn't believe that they were in control of their own destiny. And because that's not what I wanted for myself, I had to let those kind of people go. Anybody in my life who was stuck in the past or stuck in a reality that I didn't want to be in, and whenever I brought up elevating or whenever I attempted to be optimistic about the future and they were shutting it down, I took note of that and I was like, yeah, this isn't gonna work. We have to cut this off. You are a product of the 5 people that you hang around the most. And when you hang around people who are just negative, who are constantly telling you why you can't do something or why they can't do something, that rubs off on you. But if you hang around 5 people who are constantly telling you about the things that they're working toward, and you're seeing the evidence, and they're constantly telling you how you can do something instead of how you can't, you will become enriched by your environment and you will elevate your life because everybody else around you is elevated. You have no choice but to elevate, otherwise you'll have to leave the environment. That's the law of conformity. I decided that I needed to elevate my friends, my circle, and as a person who was new to the city, I had to start from scratch. That takes me to my next point. Meet people who are where you want to be. If you want to elevate your life, meet people who are already elevated in that area of their lives. I started making friends with people who had yachts. I started making friends with people who had investment properties, who had condos, who had businesses that were flourishing. I started making friends and connections with those type of people because those are the type of the people that I wanted to be in life. And when I didn't have the opportunity to make those type of friends, I went to where those people hung out and I observed them anyway. And I still was like, okay, so this is how she walks, this is how she talks, this is how she carries herself. Let me embody all of these things so that I can be the best version of myself, so that I can elevate myself, because where I'm at right now, I don't want to be. So let me become who I actually want to be. Which brings me to my next point, which is to visualize who you want to be. Visualization has changed my life. I went on a month-long solo trip to Medellin, Colombia, by visualizing. I literally was visualizing myself walking in the city, walking on the streets, meeting friends, just enjoying being there. And the month before I got there, I got 2 brand deals that totaled the amount of money that I would have needed to make that trip happen. So I say all of that to say that visualization is a major key when it comes to elevating your life. Visualize who you want to be. Visualize where you want to be. Visualize what you want to look like. How do you want to walk? How do you want to dress? You visualize this version of you, and every single day you work toward becoming that version of you. And that's how you elevate. You take the small steps every single day to become closer to who you want to be. I wanted to be somebody who woke up at 8 o'clock in the morning versus 12 o'clock in the afternoon when the whole day is gone and all the millionaires are already on their lunch and they've already closed deals and I'm just waking up. Like, what? So I visualized myself being a person who wakes up at a reasonable hour, and I became her, and I started to actually put in the work to get there. I'm really proud of myself and how far I've come, because there was a point not too long ago where I was waking up at noon, and now I have 3 extra hours of my day to make my dreams a reality, to level up my life. If I have 3 hours extra a day, that means I'm able to put more effort in looking good. I can do a little 10-15 minute makeup routine because I'm not running late, I'm not rushing, I'm not like feeling bad about myself because it's so late in the afternoon and I haven't gotten shit done yet. Visualize. An amazing way to elevate your life is to elevate how you look, elevate how you dress, elevate the way you present yourself to the world. I wear glasses, but 9 times out of 10, I'm always trying to wear my contacts as much as possible because I feel better when I have my contacts on. And that translates to me getting more opportunities, for me getting more free stuff, for people talking to me for longer, for people to drop their gems about business and relationships and family and entrepreneurship and all of these things, all of these little pieces of information that I've just been collecting from all of the people that I have met in my life. And these are people who are light years ahead. These are people who are 40, 50, 60 years old, and they're just telling me, don't waste your youth, don't do this, don't do that. And people want to talk to you, people want to stay around you longer when you look better. Eye candy is like, you don't want to look at an ugly face all day. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's so true. It's like, if I'm just wearing sweats, I'm not gonna walk into the Four Seasons. It's very unlikely for me to do that. But if I'm looking really good and I'm like feeling really good, it's gonna be very unlikely for me to just go to Starbucks. I'm gonna wanna go somewhere more elevated. I'm gonna wanna go somewhere that I feel like matches my flow, that matches my energy. And being in those elevated places elevates your life. Next point is to go to elevated places. I go to elevated places all the time. I am a regular at, there's this Four Seasons near me. It's in Bal Harbor. What is it called? Surfside. I go to the Four Seasons Surfside all the time. I go to the Champagne Club. I have me a little glass of champagne. I just enjoy life, and I put myself in those elevated places because I meet people who are on an elevated level, and that in turn levels me up by osmosis. Just by being there, I can channel a version of me who is there regularly, who the bartenders know her name because she's just that girl. And speaking of, I think I'm actually gonna go there today. I think I might go there actually, because my partner sent me some money yesterday or today to have fun this weekend, so I think I'm gonna go. Side note. But yes, taking yourself to elevated places allows you to meet elevated people. Me going to those types of places is me quantum leaping into that version of myself who is there on a regular basis, who enjoys these types of luxuries on a regular basis. That is what I'm channeling. Okay, and the last way to elevate your life, I honestly can make a part 2 to this because like, I could just keep going and going and going. But the last way to elevate your life is to make a plan and stick to it. What I mean by this is, make a plan for what you want for this quarter. I like to plan my year in quarters, aka 3 months. In this quarter, I am working on my sleep schedule and I'm working on meditating and visualizing. So making a plan means I'm going to visualize 5 days a week. And sticking to that plan means it doesn't matter how you feel, it doesn't matter what your mood is, you're sticking to the plan.
You have to remember that your mood is going to change like your underwear. And that's why I always say follow your plan and not your mood.
So there's this woman on TikTok. She just finished the 75 hard challenge and she's really gorgeous. She's amazing, like very motivating stuff. And she made a video where she said to follow your plan and not your mood. And I found that that was so profound because we are fickle. Our mood changes every single day. If you're constantly focusing on what you feel like doing, what your mood is, the goal that you put on that piece of paper, you're never gonna make it, because if you're constantly following your mood and your mood is telling you, oh, I think you should just have a donut today. I think you just sleep in, don't go to that Pilates class. You're never gonna get the discipline to actually make your goals happen, and you're just gonna stay looking and feeling how you do. If your goal is weight loss and you're never sticking to the plan and going to the gym 4 times a week and eating your vegetables and your chicken and your salmon or whatever, and you just order cookies all day, you're gonna stay fat. Yeah, the weight loss is not gonna happen because you were so concerned with your mood. And now you're looking at yourself like, oh my God, how could I do this to myself? And then you spiral. Now you lose trust in yourself, and you can't even begin to imagine what it would be like to stick to a plan, to stay disciplined, to stay motivated, because you don't even trust yourself anymore because you did not build that foundation. Yeah. So that's pretty much it for how to elevate your life. I hope that this was helpful. And bonus question, we have a little bit over 4 months left in the year. Let me know, write down one thing that you would like to do to elevate your life by the end of the year, because I know you can do it. You just have to believe. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, please subscribe, because I mean, look at how far we made it. Did you not see the passion that I had when I was speaking to you and telling you to elevate your life? Because I want you to elevate your life as much as I did, and maybe even more. Yeah, so please like the video, and I will see you next time. Later.